All right, it is round 3. Here's your, I hope you watch Showdown, Hoedown, but I would say the weather's changed a little bit since then, and be looking out. I'll at everybody tonight if something changes, just like I did last night, but, it looks like the winds are coming in a little bit earlier, so, it still looks like probably about, I would guess around 10 is probably about the best time to go out tomorrow. That's when it'll warm up, and I think you're just going to kind of deal with light gusts all day. So I'd say you probably want to get out there. I'd say that 10 o'clock time, I'm not going to mark it on the stone because, this shit changes and the stone's forever. But if you're watching this, I think you want to I'm not playing the weather a whole bunch tomorrow. That's the answer, Bob. But if I did want to target guys in the perfect zone, I think around 10 o'clock. But I think you kind of just play the guys you want to play tomorrow, right? Also, if you didn't watch Showdown, Hoedown, pretty good contest tomorrow, man. The big $20, not bad at all, right? All right, here's the stone. As you can see, as always, we have injury watch. Rory is the only injury watch I knew of. There's rumors going around that he had emergency surgery tonight to remove a shamrock from his ass. So we don't know how he's going to recover from that, right? Okay, that's a joke, new guy. Calm down, Jesus. All right, get a sense of humor. Lighten up, pal. Dude, he's just luck sacking around this course, and you know what? He'll probably fucking kill it tomorrow because luck sacking counts just the same as ball striking. All right, as always, we have our pivots here. Pivots are lower-owned guys next to higher-owned guys. With so many, there's not a lot of pay-up options, right? With Sam Burns missing the cut and guys like that. Somebody else. Who the fuck else? Somebody else missed the cut. There's not a ton of pay-up options. Prices are pretty soft, so I think you're going to see a lot of really inflated ownership. It's just so easy to stack two of these guys in there, right? I think Tyrrell Hatton will definitely be the most popular, but I think you're going to see a lot of guys over 20% tomorrow because it's just so easy to spend your money up there, right? All right, so pivots are guys that are lower owned compared to those around them. High leverage guys are these guys that are showing up on my optimal more than they're probably going to be owned. Okay, if you're an optimal truther, I think you give some weight to that. And of course, we have sleepers. Sleepers is anybody that's under 10%, under 11.3% ownership and 7,500 or less. Look, I just wanted to fucking put Dylan Wu on there. It's my fucking thing. I'll do what I want, boy. You can't stop me. All right, and then that's sleepers. Okay, I don't know why the editor's not changing these. Got to make them look white. Makes it pop. All right, from there we have cash. I'm not going to play cash tomorrow, but if you want to do, I'd be looking at people like Rose, Fitz, Fleetwood, Hubbard, Nick Taylor. Those would be some guys I would be targeting for cash, right? We have our high upside guys. Those are guys that kind of have those spike rounds more frequently than others. And then we have GPP plays, right? Guys that are just, they don't meet any of those other two requirements, so we're just calling them GPPs. We have our 3 ownership buckets. I have the actual ownership percentage that I'm projecting there, but I also color-coded the buckets for you. We got our tee times. They are going off on 2. They're not starting as early as I thought. Matter of fact, I think the earliest tee time's 8 or something like that? It's pretty late, actually. No, 9? Yeah, 9 o'clock. So, it looks like to me that really basically the first guy's off, maybe about the 5th or 6th group off. Anytime after that, I think it's going to be good. Those first guys, it's going to be a head of nipple, boy. And you're probably going to have the biggest gust. But after about the first 6 groups, and honestly, you can fucking play the first 6 groups. It ain't going to be that big of an edge. But I think they're almost all in play with the later tee times, right? They're not sending guys out there at 7 o'clock in the morning. I think that matters, Bob. I think that matters. So we got their event score where they're at in the event. We have their last round score. We got guys that, coming off really good rounds that maybe aren't the greatest players. You got to kind of watch them. We have the or they could guys. They could never do good tomorrow. They did bad today. Or they could. And then we just have guys that could go 50-50, right? With Tyrrell Hatton out of -8 today. He should be a watch-out guy. Well, no, he shouldn't. He's a fucking incredible golfer. I could see him, there's a very good chance he can't play that good again tomorrow. But I've seen Tyrrell Hatton go fucking 64-64 before. Bab. From there, we have our approach series. I love this fucking thing. Really, you want to get to be friends with it, right? Good approach is just the number of approach, the percentage of times they hit it good, right? So a guy like Corey Connors was consistently hitting good approach shots today. Over 60, almost 64%. That's really good, right? That means that he's consistently hitting good shots and not just 1 or 2 to get his strokes gained up for the whole round. We have their strokes gain data, which is just simply what you would see on Data Golf, right? How many strokes did they pick up on approach? But the problem is that can be very misleading because sometimes guys hit real asshole shots, right? Just come play 1 round of golf with me and you'll see. You'll never meet a guy that hits more 5 percentile shots and 95 percentile shots. I can fucking stick it and I can fucking shank it. And so when you have that, you got to we want to factor those out and figure out what were they really doing for the rounds. If you look at a guy like Corey Connors, if you take out, he had one really incredible approach shot, a 96 percentile type shot, right? So you take that out, his true approach was 1.59. That's still really good. Still really good. Not quite as great as the 2.30 he had, right? But still really good, right? So anytime this number over here is positive, that means that they lost. They had a couple bad shots that are misleading. Like Fitzpatrick, if you just see that approach, you think he fucking sucks today. You just take out his really crazy outlier shots. He actually had a pretty good day on approach, right? That's how I like to look at it. So anytime this delta number is positive, that means it's pulling out more bad shots than good. And anytime the number's negative, it's pulling out more good shots than bad. Got it? And then, as always, we have our short game regression. That's how likely they are to bounce back from their short game. If they had a really good round, they'll probably have a bad grade. And if they had a really, or if they had a really bad round, they'll have a good grade. If they had a really bad round, they'll probably have a bad grade, especially if they're good players. Fucking words, man. Bad round regression is how likely they are to bounce back from their round. A guy like Matthew Fitzpatrick is a guy that should have shot a lot better today than he did, so he has a high grade. Whereas a guy like Arrow Hatton has a really bad grade. Why? Because he fucking shot like a 99.9 percentile round today. So you shouldn't expect that to continue. So he gets a D-, okay? Or how I made it through college. All right, round 3 historical is just how good they've played historically, their last 12 round threes, and price relationship, of course, is how good is their price on DraftKings versus what it is on the FanDuel. All right, boy. And then if you're old school and you just want to see the shit from Data Golf, we have it all over here, both the previous round and the event. If you have any questions, don't be afraid to ask. I want the Rosetta Stone to be not intimidating and helpful for everybody. Have you filled out this survey, Bob? People really like the A shirt. They really like the A shirt, but that doesn't mean they're still that's the most popular one so far. I think I might do hats too. People want this hat. You can't have it. Okay, maybe if you want a GPP. I think I already owe like 7 people shirts. You guys are fucking winning so many GPPs. It's insane. So if you're like, I want one of them shirts, well, it'll tell you how to get one, Bob. I think that's it, guys. Updated the weather, updated the contest, and gave you a little rundown of the Rosetta Stone. Always here for you. Me and the editor appreciate you. You guys have a good night.